Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy. What's happening? I'll wait till people start tuning in because we are doing something special today. And it is the first time, this first annual Buffalo Fanatics Award Show ceremony hosted by your host, hosted by your guy, Rico. It's good. It's good. We're gonna have a good time today, people. We're gonna have a good time. It's the first time we're doing this, right? So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I already put down some categories, if you will. Bing, biggity, bing. I put some categories down, and we're gonna let this room fill up a little bit, and then we'll get right to it. So for those that are tuned in for the first time, and you're like, "What the heck is this all about?" We are giving away awards to players for the 2019 season. It's simple as that, right? They always give team awards, and then we have to kind of read up on them and so on and so forth. Why not have our own award show for the players that we watched all year round? Nobody's doing it. So it might as well be Buffalo Fanatics doing the first award show, and we're presenting awards to players. So before I get into it, it's going to be fun because I gave an opportunity to the Bing squad to come up with certain clever award shows, right? Award ceremonies. So I got some really good ones. I even went live on IG not too long ago just to kind of touch on certain things that people want to talk about, right? So one award, I thought that was really clever. They called it the OJ Simpson Award, the player that killed it the most this year, right? I kind of like that. That's clever. I think I might run with that, although I disagree with he killed it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own opinions, but nonetheless, that's still funny. That's still funny. And that's what it comes down to. Somebody came up with the Special Teams Award. Who do we give to the best special teamer of the year, right? The best dressed player. We don't know too much about it, but I mean, we can only go by what we saw on the field and, you know what I mean, pictures and so on and so forth. But I think I have an idea of who we'll have as the best dressed player. So without further ado, we'll get it started. And for those that want to catch up later and catch on the rerun, we'll do it then as well. So before but you know how I do. Before I start, I got to give a shout out to the Bing squad. Hayden Black's in the building. Kathy Barnaby, howdy, Kathy. I see you. Ryan Sealback, I see you. Yo, yo, yo. The ref is in the building. Yo, the ref is Browning coming out this draft? I think his name was Demetrius Browning or Orlando Browning. Is he coming out this draft? Like I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up, my guy. Yo, Rico, give me that shirt. You know I can't do that. Lady Maya, I see you, Lady Maya. What's good? Willard Morris. Listen, shout out to my guy Willard Morris. Willard Morris right now is going through a tough time. He lost a close family member, and it's not easy losing anybody. So Willard Morris, man, I'm with you, man. Like prayers out to you, the family. It's a tough time, man. So the fact that you're in here, we'll try to have some fun and kind of get your mind off of it. But shout out to you, my G, because it's not an easy time to go through, man. So shout out to you, my guy. Raul Ortiz, Joel Nelson. I see you, Nelson. Joel, I see you too, bro. Joe Nelson's in the building. I see you, Scott Blakely. I see you, Sam Mazza. All right, man. So yeah, man. So if you guys want to give a shout out to my guy Willard, he's going through a tough time right now, man. That stuff's not easy, man. When you lose someone, that shit's not easy. So now I just want to talk about a few things before we get into the awards ceremony. Let's talk about LSU taking down Clemson. I kind of knew this was going to be a 2-score game. I don't know, man. LSU was just built different this year, man. They're just built different. You can't mess around with that. Keanu, what's going on, man? Jason Crew got the pipe down the boss. Oh, the pipe down the boss. Oh, yo, this guy, man. Yo, you live with that, huh? You were live. Jason Crew, yeah, he's doing his thing, man. He's definitely doing his thing. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, man, LSU comes down with the dub. Pretty easy dub. And to make matters worse, let me ask y'all a question though, real talk, before we get into the award ceremony. What's up with let these guys celebrate, man? They wanna smoke a cigar. Let them smoke a cigar. Y'all playing games, man. Can't smoke a cigar, can't do nothing. You got the popo up in there, like, come on, man. And then Odell doing what he does. Yo, first of all, you giving up cash to the guy on TV. I don't know if that was planned or not planned or whatever the case is. We damn well know that was real money. Stop playing games. And then you gonna give him a good game to the cop, bro. Cop or no cop, man. That's suspect, number one. What the hell was that boy? And then, I mean, what are you trying to take the bid or not? You trying to help your boys out have a good time because one was gonna get caught up or whatever? Yo, you're a professional. You're making millions. You just risked yourself for some bullshit, man. Boy, that boy needs to grow up, man. Grow the hell up. Grow the hell up, man. I don't get it. I just don't get that part. But anyway, that's that. And then we got big time football going on this week. Big time football is going on this week. So who y'all got? 49ers, Packers, Titans, Chiefs. I prefer a Chiefs Niners Super Bowl, but shit, the way these playoffs have been going on this year, man, yo, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So shit, it is what it is, man. At this point, it is what it is. So if you guys are tuned in right now, click that, smash that like button. Re-up music, I see you, bro. Click that like button, smash that like button, and let's get popping. Let's get it going. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Buffalo Fanatics. We are about to give away awards to players on the 2019 team. So first and foremost, we had a strong year. We finished 10-6 in the AFC East. We could have easily finished 11-5 had we played our starters in the end of the game, but it doesn't matter at the end of the season. But it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is we made it to the playoffs. We had every opportunity to win that game, but we didn't. We faltered. We made too many mistakes, and we lost, right? But it just makes you wonder, man, what could it have looked like if we faced off against the Chiefs with Mahomes, right? At home, people. It would have been a home game for us. But anyway, but that being said, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. So we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So first things first, let's get to the player, man. So offensively, we know we faltered a few times, but we ultimately did what we needed to do to get into the playoffs. So to me, you got to look at who was the best offensive player on the team. Who would you guys think is the best offensive player on the team? Because we got a few of them. We got Josh Allen could be one. Cole Beasley could be another. Devin Singletary could be one. Dawson Knox, John Brown. I mean, those are potential people that could have been the offensive player of the year. But in this case, the offensive player of the year, John Brown. That's an easy one. John Brown is your offensive player of the year. 72 receptions, over 1,000 yards, right? And 6 touchdowns. That was a very crucial free agent signing, number one. And he was by far, all year round, the most reliable receiver on the team with 72 receptions. Here's the thing. Mike Thomas from freaking New Orleans had 149 receptions, right? And I think he had just over like 1,200 yards or 1,300 yards, something not that crazy, right? And John Brown did it in 72 catches when it took 150 from Mike Thomas. So can't guard Mike. You know what I'm saying? So John Brown with the Offensive Player of the Year award goes to John Brown. I think he's well-deserved of that position. So give a shout out to John Brown. He is our Offensive Player of the Year. Shout out to my guy, John Brown. Smoke. All right. So there goes the first award. Do you guys feel good about that one? Is that we're just getting warmed up? We're just getting warmed up. So John Brown with the first award. Now we're going to go to the Defensive Player of the Year. This one is you can look at it this way. It's a no-brainer as to who it is. Or if you separate the awards and have a team MVP or whatever the case is, or offensive MVP, makes a big difference. So the way I look at it is, who is your best player on the defensive side of the ball, right? So I started thinking to myself, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Tremaine Edmonds, Milano. Who is it? Who is your best player? Is it Ed Oliver, Trent Murphy? Ladies and gentlemen, this to me was a no-brainer, and I have to put it out there. It's Trey White. Trey White was the best player on the damn team. Period. He's locking one side of the field down, 6 interceptions. He makes his Pro Bowl. He's an all-star. Dude is legit. He had that shit on lock all year round, right? So to me, You can't go anywhere else on the defense. You got to give it to Trey White as the defensive player of the year, period, point blank. That was it. Because he single-handedly changed outcomes of the games, right? Andy Dalton was moving the needle, moving the ball, right? And then it takes Trey White that comes in and secures it with the interception. Game over. You ain't making a comeback. Andy Dalton, thank you very much. We kept the damn Bengals too damn close. But nonetheless, he came in and did the damn thing, right? So I'm going to give the Defensive Player of the Year award to Trey White. Do you guys agree? Charity LaVille says Tremaine. It should be Tremaine. Tremaine. Oh, yeah. You're talking about not Tremaine Edmonds. You're talking about Trey White. Anyway, so Trey to me is that dude. He gets it. There's no question about it. That's what it is. Trey is that dude. I'm not trying to hear nobody. That's it. Let's keep it moving. So, Defensive Player of the Year, Trey White. Offensive Player of the Year goes to John Brown. So, moving on. Next one. This one. I had a tough time with this one, but I had some friends kind of talk me through it, and we came out with the best idea. So this award is for the disappointing player of the year. Who was the most disappointing player of the year? So do we go on the offensive side of the ball? Should we look at the receivers? Should we look at Robert Foster? Right? Are we pleased with Robert Foster? Are we going to the offensive side and staying on the offensive side and going to the offensive line? Cody Ford, was he the most disappointing player of the year? So there's things you want to look at. Was Star Lotulelei? Let's go into the defensive side of the ball. Was Star Lotulelei a disappointment? Was Tyler Kroft? Let's go back to the offense. We brought in Tyler Kroft as a big free agent, right? We gave him all that money. Was he the most disappointing player of the year? So you got to look into a lot of things. What are the factors? How much did they affect the team in a negative way or positive way? How much are we paying them? How much value is into that player? So I'm looking at the chat. I'm seeing Cody Ford. I'm seeing Josh Allen. I'm seeing Isaiah McKenzie. I see Kroft. I see Oliver. Somebody said Oliver? Come on, man. You tripping. You tripping about that. So Hauschka, I see one of them. Corby Yorquez at this point, Levi Wallace. So that's a good one as well. So when it came to this one, I had Trent Murphy as my most disappointing player. And I looked at it like, okay, we brought him in to be the sack artist, the pressure guy. And then I started thinking to myself, hold on a second. I can't do that to him because he was just coming into his own. He just felt healthy. The guy had 5 sacks with an interception this year, and he definitely was not a disappointment. He was a disappointment last year, but he was hurt, so he got better. So to me, the most disappointing player of the year award goes to Jerry Hughes. And you guys might say, whoa, wait a minute. What are you thinking? No. Time out. He is the most disappointing player of the year because we expected way more out of Jerry Hughes than we got today. We got 4.5 sacks out of Jerry Hughes. 4.5. You're supposed to be our sack specialist. Yes, you came on with 3 sacks in our playoff game for sure. But where was that all year? We need you. We're paying you good money. We just gave you an extension. And to me, disappointed player of the year because I expected more out of this player is Jerry Hughes. Jerry Hughes is my most disappointing player of the year. How do you guys feel about that one? Do you agree with me? You disagree? But a lot of people, I think they know what the deal is, man. If you're really watching for what he gives us, great run defender for sure. We know that. But what we wanted and what we needed from Jerry Hughes was finishing on his sacks and less bozo mistakes. And a lot of the times, Jerry Hughes was caught in one of them predicaments. So Jerry Hughes is my most disappointing player of the year. And we could go with a whole bunch of other players, but that one to me stood out the most out of all the players. So that is that. So the disappointing player of the year goes to Jerry Hughes. Now, we're going to move to the rookies. The rookies. So we had 7 draft picks this year, 7, 8. Can't remember exactly. I know we had 2 in the 7th with Sweeney and my guy Daryl Johnson, but I think we had 7. So with the draft picks that we had some contributors, right? So we all know Ed Oliver was there. He did the damn thing. Cody Ford had his up and down years, but he showed some up and down plays, but he showed that he could play, right? We had Devin Singletary, Voshon Joseph, Sweeney, Daryl Johnson, Jaquan Johnson. So we had some players on this squad. And Dawson Knox, obviously I'm not going to forget Dawson Knox. So rookie of the year, we had some really solid play when it comes down. Dawson Knox had his plays, right? Ed Oliver had a 2-sack game against Dallas. Ed Oliver doing well. Devin Singletary came on at the end. Cody Ford held down Von Miller. And against the Dallas Cowboys did extremely well. So we had some plays, man. But there can only be one winner, one recipient of this award. So the offensive rookie of the year. I'm going to go with rookie of the year, period. Devin Singletary. There's no question about it. He missed 3 or 4 games against he played against the Giants game. Then he tweaked his hamstring or the quad or whatnot. Had to take some time off. The man still finished with a 5-yard per carry average and rushed for 775 yards. Motor is that dude. Motor will be the guy that we lean on heavily next year with the season on the line. And I'll tell you right now, what makes him more valuable is that we pretty much ran the offense through Devin Singletary. It came to the point where you don't even give a touch to a future Hall of Famer in Frank Gore late into the season. So it goes to show you that how much that we value Devin Singletary. And it took for all of us to scream and shout to stop giving the ball to Frank Gore, no disrespect, but to give it to the young buck. The young buck is the future. So got to give it to the guy. And we sitting here playing around. So to me, rookie of the year, hands down, my guy, Devin Singletary, the motor. He's going to do it. He's doing it big. And that's how we're going to do it, man. So for those that are tuning in for the first time, this is the Buffalo Fanatics. I'm your host, Rico, and we are doing the Buffalo Bills Buffalo Fanatics style award show ceremony. So you guys got to keep it locked. Smash that like button if you guys are new to this page. If you guys are new as well and you want to subscribe, you don't want to miss anything, y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you never damn miss a video or a live. All right. So we're moving on. I'm a little parched. Let me get myself a little drink. No alcohol today, people. I'm taking it easy. So next player, we have the Rising Star Award, right? The Rising Star, and you can break it down 2 ways. You can say the Rising Star, or you can say the Breakout Player, right? 2 of them are pretty much the same. So I'll put them together. He is the Rising Star. He is the Breakout Player of the Year. Now we had some breakout players. We had some players come out of nowhere, right? So Shaq Lawson was one of them. He broke out. Let's keep it a buck here. He definitely got his act together, really put his fingerprint on a role for himself, and he really got after the quarterback, right? He really got into the pressures, tackles for loss. It was evident that he was on the field. You knew, okay, where the hell is Shaq? You want him on the field, he was there, right? You've got on the offensive side of the ball, Dawson Knox breaking out, right? He had a slump. And then he had a string of games where we counted on Dawson Knox to make some plays for us, right? So that was pretty dope to see as well. Breakout player, you can even put Josh Allen in that regard. Improved his statistics vastly, right? Threw over 3,000 yards, had 20 touchdowns in the air. He had 9 touchdowns rushing. Breakout player could potentially go to Josh Allen, but the one player that stands out clearly to me, and I think I'm looking at the chat right now, and it's very clear that people know what's going on. It's your boy Jordan Phillips. Jordan Phillips is the breakout Rising Star Player of the Year, and there's no question, man. As a defensive tackle that is not a full-time starter, 9.5 sacks this year. I was really hoping that he was going to get his 10th sack, but it just never came into fruition. But Jordan Phillips, well-deserved award for the breakout player of the year. I mean, right now, it's going to come down to what are we doing with him going forward? Is he one guy that we see part of the roster? Is he something that we're going to be like, yo, we're not trying to pay all that money, but he deserves it. He played hard. He got what he needed to get, right, to show that, okay, he can play. And now we got to figure out if we're going to keep him and retain him. Now, we have to keep in mind, we got Phillips coming back, Harrison Phillips, Horrible Harry. He's coming back. You got Starla Tulele. We don't know what we're gonna do with him. We got Corey Legit that came in at the end of the year that was playing extremely well. We have what's my man's name? That came. We signed him from the Dolphins. Vincent Taylor. So we got some interior guys that are cost friendly. So when it comes down to the sack daddy and Jordan Phillips, we're gonna have to really make a decision as to if we're gonna keep him. To me, I would love to have a Jordan Phillips back because he's a big boy, man. He's what, over 6'5", 6'6", 323, between 320 and 340. Yo, he plugs up the middle. He plugs up the middle, but can he consistently do that? And how much is he going to be asking for? Because right now it looks as though the range for him to keep him is about $6 million a year. Can we afford it? Absolutely, we can. But are we going to? Especially because we have Harrison Phillips coming back. We got Ed. We got a whole slew of guys that are there. So it'll be interesting to see how and what we do with Jordan Phillips. So with Jordan Phillips, I say that he becomes our rising star, breaking out player of the year. So that shout out to my guy Jordan Phillips. Hope to see you back in a Bills uniform. But if not, good luck, because it's going to be a different look with the team next year. So moving on. So we went for rising star. So we're going to go to best play of the year. Now this one's the tricky one. I got some nominees, right? So do you guys remember? To me, one of the biggest plays of the year was when Josh Allen was in his end zone in the Dallas Cowboys game. I don't know if you guys remember this. Let me bring you back, right? We're pinned down deep in our end zone, right? And I think it was a third and long, or was a second and long. I can't recall. And Josh Allen steps back, doesn't see what he likes, rolls to his right, and delivers a strike. He delivers what we call a dot for Madden players, dotting everywhere, a dime for your ball players, right? Drops a dime and hits Cole Beasley in stride, in a tight window across, and lets him run to the sideline. Bro, that was what a great play, because we ended up marching on that play, and that was fantastic. That was Josh being poised and ready to roll in the back of the end zone. So to me, that was legit. That was one. It was like a 3rd and 10. Was it a 3rd and 10 pass to Beasley for 25 yards? Boom. Daniel Garvey's. You know what it is, man. That was a dime. That was the best throw that I've ever seen Allen make. The best. There's no question about it. But that was a crazy pass to me. So that's one nomination, right? The other nomination, also the same game, 4th and 1, right? Allen takes a snap, fumbles it, picks it up, finds a way, stretches it, and gets over the line for a first down, and he gets up and he's, dude, that play, that was heart. He knew that people were watching. It's on national TV. Let's get it popping. Stop playing games. I'm here to win this game and show that we're not a joke. That shit was, I'm pumped right now thinking about it, because that shit got me. I was ready to roll. I was ready. Some people, I hear this all the time, ready to run through a table for someone, or run through a wall. That was the play. That shit was, put your biceps up, bro. That shit was legit. That was a legit play, right? Here's another play. Let's go back to the home opener against the Bengals. The Bengals, we're playing the Bengals, and we're letting the Bengals come back on us, and there's no life in the stadium. All of a sudden, my man Allen hits a wide open Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox on the sideline. My man's running. He's running. Bang, he gives a stiffy. Second of all, one guy comes in trying to get him, puts the shoulder down. Wham! Puts him down. Boy, I'll tell you right now, I was at the game. Once that play happened, we were up on our feet saying, let's go. That very play, that very series, we go in and we put points on the board. That was a momentum changer. And quite frankly, that could have been a momentum changer all year, because if we lose to the damn Bengals at home opener, who knows how the season goes? Real talk. So that some people could say that would be the play of the year. And right now, I'm going to tell you right now, play of the year goes to Dawson Knox. That play and catch and stiffy and the shoulder down. Play of the year goes to my guy, Dawson Knox on that big run and catch and that angry run. That shit was bananas. I don't want, and there was some great plays, man. But that one stands out a lot. And I'm pleased with it. I'm thrilled, and there's nothing that you can say to me. Is that's what it is, man. Big Jose Buffalo, what's going on, man? South Florida loves you, man. I love you too, man. I love you too, brother. So just to kind of Juggernox, my man Bobby Ray says he's the Juggernox. Yes, sir. So just to kind of recap for those that are tuning in right now. So offensive player of the year goes to John Brown. Defensive player of the year goes to Trey White. No question. There's no question about it. The most disappointing player of the year, Jerry Hughes. Some people might disagree, but from what I explained to you, he is more to us. He means a lot to us, but he didn't give us the production. Hell, Murphy had a better year statistically than Jerry Hughes, but we paying Jerry Hughes that type of money. Let's keep it a buck here, right? Rookie of the year, I think is unanimous. It goes to Devin Singletary, the 3rd round pick. Rising star, Jordan Phillips. Best play of the year, Dawson Knox with the big run and catch, angry drop the shoulder on your face and keep him moving, right? So next category is the best game of the year. What was our best game of the year? Was it the home opener? Y'all remember the home opener, right? Against the damn Jets. We're what? Down 16-0? 16-0 or 15-0 or whatever the case is. And we're just, nothing's happening. We're throwing the ball. We're throwing picks and turning the ball over. And then we come back and win on the road against the hated Jets, the rivalry Jets. That was a big win. That was a huge win. I can't even front. That was a huge win. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Then we went against the Bengals. Not a bad win. It's okay. But to me, I think it's unanimous when we had one game circled on the calendar. Thanksgiving against the Dallas Cowboys. To me, that was game of the year. Probably game of the decade. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go further than that. That's game of the decade. Game of the decade right now with our second-year quarterback with a young nucleus team on national TV against the Dallas Cowboys on the road. Yo, no-brainer. Game of the year, Dallas Cowboys, Thanksgiving, and we come away with a W. It's a wrap. Game over. That's exactly what it is. So game of the year goes to Dallas Cowboys. Y'all agree? Y'all with me so far? Are we in disagreement, or so far the awards that are given out make sense? If they do, give that thumbs up. Comment in the comment section. Let me know how you guys feel about the awards, and then or comment along as I go, and it'll be Gucci. So that being said, we're gonna move on to the next one, which is the most important on the team, which is the team MVP. Now, there are a few nominations for this award. We can give it to our quarterback, Josh Allen, which took tremendous strides this year. He did some big things. He's really improved his game, which I think we all were a witness to. We can even go to our middle linebacker. Our middle linebacker has now been chosen to go to the Pro Bowl, Tremaine Edmonds, right? Over 100 tackles 2 years in a row, right? The quarterback of the team. Could it be Micah Hyde, right? Micah Hyde, although statistically didn't kill it, but he is the quarterback of that team, right? He makes things happen. Let me give you an example. I believe we are playing the Bengals. I think it was the Bengals. And I think Teron Johnson or Kevin Johnson lined up on the wrong side of the field. Do you guys remember that? And then Micah Hyde's like, hey, get over. So Kevin Johnson was like, what are you talking about? He said, move your ass over, get to this side. What happened after that? Kevin Johnson gets the sack. How big was that? Because the quarterback of the defense was calling an audible or saying, hey, you're in the wrong position. You're in the wrong spot. Get your ass over there. And sure enough, that very movement, that very, leadership from Micah Hyde resulted in a sack. So if you guys remember that, that was a very crucial and big play because that sack ended up coming out. So MVP could potentially go to Micah Hyde. But if we think about it and think about who makes a difference on this team, is the cornerback. And we gave him the defensive player of the year in Trey White. But guess what? Players can win 2 awards. And the team MVP, I think should be unanimous. It goes to Trey White. 6 interceptions, lockdown corner, was in the category for getting Defensive Player of the Year. He was up there with the Stephon Gilmores and all the big-headed guys and Richard Shermans. So the fact that Trey White's name is up there, we can't play games, man. Not only is he your team MVP, he was actually gaining up there for recognition amongst the league's top best corners. So to me, MVP, team MVP, no question, goes to my guy, Trey White. Furthermore, we do not want to sit there and not pay this man. This man needs to be rewarded handsomely, because right now, if we keep playing games and we don't take care of our own, he will walk and we will be sitting here with penis in hand. We don't want that. We don't want to be sitting with balls in our hands. Let's sign this man, bring him over, get it done with, and stop playing games. Right now, the market for a cornerback like him is about $15 million. I think we can afford that, especially for a Trey White that can lock shit down, and the guy loves Buffalo. You see how he is. He's doing all this goalie academy stuff, and he's going on wild and out, and he's doing all this stuff. He deserves it, right? What do they call LSU? DBU? Well, we got one of his DBs, right? So it's good to actually have a guy there. And the fact that a lot of these players kind of talk to each other, this could be more reason for people to come in as a free agent. If they know that we're keeping our own and keeping the best guys on the squad, more free agents will start to frequent over to Buffalo. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a situation where we have a very top corner. Sign him long-term. Let's cut the bullshit and let's keep it popping. Let's keep it moving. So we got through the best and the worst of the team. We're going to get to some specifics. So in this regard, we're about to get into best draft pick. Which was our best draft pick this year? This is a tricky one because you got Ed Oliver, which is our top 10 pick in Ed Oliver. We have Devin Singletary, which won our Rookie of the Year. Dawson Knox, right? So we've got some top guy, Cody Ford. So who would you guys say was our best draft pick this year? So I'm looking at the chat right now, and I pretty much, it's looking to me like it could be unanimous. Right now I'm seeing Singletary, Devin, it could be Ed Oliver. Long term will be the best. So a lot of people they're unsure. But to me, right now, based on what we got this year, to me, the best draft pick, and I'm looking at it for not just what they did for the year, but I'm looking for the future. And to me, and I'm switching my thing now because I wavered back and forth, but I'm going to say Ed Oliver, to me, still is our best draft pick. No questions asked. That is our best because that is what's going to form the interior for years to come. We all know, although I value the position very much, but the running backs, they go up and down. We might even draft one this year, right? So I can't see us drafting another defensive tackle like early in the rounds. Maybe bring in one or just keep it the way it is. But I think to me, our best draft pick, they were wise to go with Ed Oliver. He's going to be a menace for years to come. That is our guy, best draft pick, straight up and down. Now, here's the tough one. Let me see how much you guys are paying attention here. So we've already faced who our best draft pick was, but who was our worst draft pick? Our worst draft pick of the year. Who would it be? Think about it. Would you say Dawson Knox? Would you say Jaquan Johnson? Was it Daryl Johnson? Was it Tommy Sweeney? Right? Who would you say is our worst draft pick? I already have my answer. I just want to see what you guys think. A lot of people saying, okay, Cody Ford. I see Voshon Joseph. This is interesting. Okay. You know what? Joe Nelson. To be honest with you, I agree with you. They were all solid. This was a very solid drafting year for us. But somebody's got to win the award. So I'm trying to figure out who you guys feel is deserving of this such award. So right now, I'll tell you what mine is right now. The worst draft pick. So that's the first one I've seen. Someone said Cody Ford. Cody Ford could be our worst draft pick. I'm not going to go as far as that. I'm going to say by default, Voshon Joseph. Voshon Joseph, our 5th round linebacker. that was drafted out of Florida. He is our worst draft pick now, only because he didn't even finish the year. It's a default, but that's the one that stands out to me right now. Fell on the IR. Had a good one preseason game that he had, was really solid. He was all over the place, and it got people excited. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Voshon can give us next year. But right now, he earns the award only solely because we didn't get to see him this year, right? So I could have took him out and put him that way, but I'm gonna go with Voshon Joseph. Now, if I want to make it, somebody said cheater. If somebody said if I'm gonna make it difficult and I remove Voshon Joseph and say, you know what, that doesn't count, who becomes the worst draft pick? So now things get a little interesting. So Buffalo, okay, Buffalo, I get it. Buffalo made the news, I get it. You can't use that. Okay, fine. Voshon Joseph out. So who becomes our worst draft pick? Who is it? So let's go down. Ed Oliver, first round. We already know that's not it. Cody Ford, second round, right? Then we go Devin Singletary. Then we go Dawson Knox, right? He had several drops where you're like, ooh, come on, my G. Like, what's going on, right? And then we go down to Jaquan Johnson, then Daryl Johnson. So who becomes our worst draft pick? I'll tell you this. If you think about it, we drafted 2 tight ends. Then we brought in Tyler Kroft. So who ended up being sidelined all year round? That's got to be my guy, Tommy Sweeney. So if I'm going to pick someone to be the worst draft pick, it's got to go with Tommy Sweeney as the worst draft pick. If I take out Voshon Joseph, I think it makes the most sense. Now, does it mean that Tommy Sweeney is some trash? Hell no, it doesn't. It just happens to be that we had a very good drafting year, and Tommy Sweeney happens to be the worst out of the pick. And he happens to be our 7th round draft pick. So I'm going to leave it at that. Bobby Ray doesn't like our pick. He doesn't like the fact that we went Sweeney. I like Sweeney. I'm actually advocating for Sweeney to get more time on the field. Some say it could be Johnson. Johnson started off hot in preseason and then dissipated, during the year. We didn't really get to see much of Johnson. So it could go Johnson. It could go Sweeney. But I'm solely going to go Sweeney only because we got Dawson Knox, and Dawson Knox solidified himself, and Sweeney didn't. And as simple as that, because if Sweeney was that dude, he would have supplanted Dawson Knox and jumped in, but he didn't. So I'm gonna give it to Sweeney, but it could go Daryl Johnson as well. It could go either way. But or some people want to say Jaquan Johnson, but I'm gonna say Jaquan Johnson was he was playing all year on special teams. So I'm gonna keep it at that. So moving on to the next. So this one's interesting. Which player on this team, and this award is called the Most to Prove. Who wins the Most to Prove award? This one becomes interesting because if you think about who we have on this roster and who we wanted to see more of this player, this needed to be a big year for this player, and it just didn't work out. So next year, they got a lot to prove. Who would be the person that has a lot to prove for next year? Who do you guys have on that in that regard? I'm looking forward to seeing some of the questions, some of the answers that are coming on. It should be very interesting. I'll tell you that right now. So right now I'm seeing Shaq. I'm seeing Phillips. Someone said Josh. That's an easy one. Josh Allen. Jaquan only was active when we were resting starters. Okay, Bobby Ray, I see you, bro. Listen, stop crying about it. It's over with. Shit. Cody Ford, I see. What? Someone said Josh and Beasley, most to prove. Okay, so to me, in this regard, it was a tough one because I saw several players that had things to prove this year. I wavered back and forth. It is between 2 players. One of them was Josh Allen. I feel like he's got a lot to prove for next year based on how we ended the year, based on his last game. Like it's killing him. It's salt in the wound, and he'll be ready and prepared to roll. And I feel strongly about Josh Allen has a lot to prove. And to me, the other player was Cody Ford. He's got a lot to prove. And those were the 2 that I stood out. And I'm like, okay, which Cody Ford has a lot to prove because he's a 2nd round draft pick. They brought him in to be the right tackle, but he was inconsistent, in and out of the lineup because Ty Seke was there, and then Ty Seke got hurt, and he had no choice. He had some strings of really good plays, and he had some strings of really bad plays, right? So does he have a lot to prove? But to me, it stands as I can't go to anywhere else but Josh Allen. Josh Allen wins the most to prove because people are still doubting him. People are still talking trash. Oh, he's not the guy. We should trade him. We should this. Those are boneheads and bozos talking like that. But when it comes down to it, we saw the potential in Josh Allen. We knew what he could do. We know what he can do. And there's so much to be desired out of him. And I believe that we will get it. Right? It's just it's gonna take a little time with him. So to me, the most to prove is my guy, Josh Allen, the most approved. And I think he's going to do that next year because next year, y'all already know, year 3 is usually the that's the threshold. That's where we got to figure out what it is about what it is that we have in this player for next year. Year 3 is a big year for Josh Allen. So to me, the most approved award goes to quarterback Joshua. What was his middle name again? It was Patrick Joshua Patrick Allen. So that's who has got the most approved. I'm looking forward to him and his development going through this offseason and then leading it through for next year. And then we're going to freaking win that damn division. We got to win that division. So with him leading the way, it's got to. But a close second was Cody Ford. So moving on to the next award. The next award. This one's an interesting one. I'm gonna need your help on this one. This is the Unsung Hero Award, right? Your unsung hero. The unsung hero is the player that not everybody's talking about, right? But they play an integral part on this team. They play a very big part on this team, but don't get the accolades and don't get the love and the shine, right? I gave this to 2 players. This is a co-award. And I'm looking at some of the things you guys are talking about right now. Someone said Singletary, someone said Beasley, someone said Milano, Brandon Bean as the Poyer, as the Quentin Spain. That's a good one right there. Beasley, Feliciano, Mitch Morse. So to me, unsung hero. It's Andre Roberts and Saron Neal. Those guys win it together. Let me tell you something. Andre Roberts, although didn't take anything back to the house, but you know that every time he touches the ball, there could be something. Not only that, he's secure back there. When you put in Isaiah McKenzie, you wince. You put in a Micah Hyde. Micah Hyde is simply there to receive to field the kick. That's it. He gives you nothing else other than that. Roberts was top 10 in the league, in returns, 26 yards a return, and he was just shy of 9 yards a return on punts, right? Tops in the league, in the range of tops in the league, and you know that he could take it back anytime. The next person to me, unsung hero, Saron Neal. That boy is getting down the field. Either he's saving kicks inside the 20, inside the 10, or he's making tackles on punt and kick return, on punt and kickoff. So Saron Neal is someone that is unsung here. We don't talk about him too much. He's on the rise a little bit, but we don't talk about on the defensive side of the ball. We talk about the Teron Johnsons and our Trey Whites and our Poyers and our Hydes, but my man is not really in there. So to me, I see as unsung heroes Andre Roberts as well as Saron Neal. My unsung hero awards go to those 2 gentlemen on there. The Houston game, though, for Neal. Yeah, the Houston game wasn't great. But all year round, we're talking about all year round, right? Because I don't want to pinpoint on just one game. That won't be fair, right? So all year round, that's the way I looked at it for those 2 players. So this one is one of my favorite awards. This is called What Happened to That Boy? What Happened to That Boy award. Who does that go to? Damn, homie. Last year. Come on, man. Y'all know who it is, man. In high school, you was the man, homie. What happened? Y'all know the line. Who is that? What happened to that boy? Who is that? Who gets that award? Y'all know who that is, man. It's my guy, Robert Foster. Yo, Robert Foster went from promising. They were even talking about number 1 receiver. How time has gone by. We were talking about who our number one receivers are going to be and what was going to look like. And Zay Jones was on the outside looking in. Although he did get traded, it was cool, right? But golly, man, Robert Foster, what happened, bro? What happened to you, bro? Like we all are wondering what happened. Okay, yes, you had the hamstring issues. We get that part. We let you rest, and we kept on Zay Jones. Then we said, peace out, Zay Jones. We're sending you to the Oakland Raiders, thinking that Robert Foster is now going to come in and retrieve his role, and we're going to light the skies up. It just never happened. It never happened. We still are asking questions as to what happened to Robert Foster. Now, the real question is this. Do you even bother bringing Robert Foster back next year? With what happened this year and the emergences of other players in the receiving room, right? And Cole Beasley being the guy that we brought in, and we have John Brown now. Isaiah McKenzie even found a role for himself on the team. Like, bro, Robert Foster, I don't know what happened to you, bro, but it's not looking like you gonna be coming back to the roster. I'll tell you right now. And the fact that in a playoff game, you get inactive, you're deactivated, bro, call it a day, man. It's a wrap. I can't see you coming back. They're going to be looking to upgrade at the receiver room, which then makes our offensive room a little more crowded. So we ain't going to have no room for you. Now, if they bring you back, that's some bullshit. That is some bullshit, and we both know it. So shout out to that award. That award is going to go to my guy, Robert Foster. The award is called What Happened to That Boy? Because what the fuck happened to you? We don't know. We don't know. Next award goes to Stop Sleeping. This is an award that we constantly we undervalue this player. Like, we keep sleeping on this player, and this player is nice, but we keep sleeping on him. So what happened to that boy? We got rid of that. So stop sleeping. Who do we give that award to? Stop sleeping on this player. I'm gonna look at the chat right now to see how y'all feeling about it. David Kelly says, Rico, I thought that Foster was going to have a great season. Bro, we all did. We saw what he did with Allen last year. We're just going to continue that. Not happening. So, not JJ says Milano. Bobby Ray says McKenzie. So, stop sleeping on McKenzie. Stop sleeping on Knox. Stop sleeping on Josh Allen. Stop sleeping on Duke Williams. Stop sleeping on, okay, so I see what's happening. Let me tell you exactly. Let me break it down to you guys. Duke Williams was a stop sleeping. We slept on this man all year long. And I'm telling you right now, I was an advocate since the damn offseason saying, yo, stop playing games. This man should be on the team active. But nope, deactivated this man. This man, all he did was make plays in practice, is well documented, right? Video and reporters are writing about it, but we stay sleeping on this man. Why? And we only want to validate it and make sure that he gets in there. Pummer, I see you, bro. Respect to you, my G. What is up with that? Like, what is, yeah. My man said, I'm still sleeping. Yo, he's stupid ass. So stop sleeping on Duke Williams, man. Yo, he showed it to you in the Jets game with a backup quarterback, and he showed it to you in a damn playoff game with a quarterback that he does have some time with, but only in practice and not live game. Now, yes, he had some drops. He had a crucial drop, in the end zone. But golly, man. Like, I look forward to bringing him back. Now, knowing this regime and knowing this management team, they're a funny bunch. They're the type of bunch that would say, you know what, it's been great, but we're gonna let you go and go do other things, and we're gonna keep Foster. I can totally see them doing some bullshit like that. I can. But if they're smart and if they get out of their way, I think a lot of things can be done with bringing on Duke Williams, bringing him back and letting him form a relationship. Because right now, that relationship was very keen. 10 targets in the last playoff game. You don't play with that. That means something. You get more targets than Cole Beasley. You get more targets than John Brown. That means something. Stop playing around, man. So stop sleeping on Duke Williams award. You already know. It goes to Duke Williams. Now, we had a great season. I don't want to say great. We had a very solid season. And right now, we're going into the off season. We're going to be doing a lot of self searching. You know what I mean? The team is going to be looking within themselves to find out like what's this all about, right? What are we doing? Where do we need to move on? What things do we need to do? And I look forward to it. Right next year, this is the first annual award show ceremony. I think we did. I think it was pretty cool. It'll give us a better chance next year. Come up with some clever awards to give to players. I think it's pretty dope. And I told you guys I would read two of the best questions that came up, clever awards that we can give. So to me, I'm gonna let you guys answer this. Oh, my man Scott Blakely with a donation. What's going on, Scott? Award for best sports podcast winner, Buffalo Fanatics Rico. My guy Scott Blakely always showing love, man. I appreciate that, man. You know what? Let me accept my award for it. Thank you so much for giving me the award for podcast / YouTube entertaining content creator. It's a lot of hard work. Put a lot of work in. You know what I'm saying? I'm away from the fam a lot more. Like, listen, Daddy, you going to the basement again? Yeah, Daddy's got to put some work in. You know what I'm saying? Daddy, why are you screaming and yelling? Because Daddy's team's losing or winning, or I'm excited. So you know what? I appreciate that. Scott Blakely, you're a G, man. You're a G. You're a good man. You're a good man. So we have a few that some players, some members shot in some questions. I said I'd take the best ones. So this one was on IG, Instagram. Chino Cats. He says and I'm gonna let you guys answer this one. The why is he on the roster award? He says, and that's a good one. Why is he on the roster award? Who is that? Who wins that award? Why are you on the roster? Why? Why are you on the roster? And there's a lot of times where you're like, yo, why are you on the roster? You got to say with a little more anger. Why are you on the roster? Because sometimes it makes me wonder, why is Pat DeMarco on the roster? It makes me wonder. I'm not saying he's trash, but it makes me wonder, why is Pat DeMarco on the roster? Why is Tyler Kroft on the roster when we have freaking Dawson Knox and Tommy Sweeney? Why is Lee Smith on the roster? There's a lot of those. Who wins the award? Who wins that award? You know what I'm saying? Let me think if I can think of somebody else on the roster. Why is Robert Foster on the roster? Some people will put Robert Foster's name in there. They will. They definitely will. I'm trying to think of who else. Who else are we looking at? Some people will say, why is Starla Tulele on the roster? I like Starla Tulele. But some people say that. Trent Murphy, why is he on the roster? For crying out loud. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why is Levi Wallace still on the damn roster? Like, I'm far-fetching right now. But based on what I'm seeing right now in the chat, I see Pat DeMarco. I see Lee Smith. Yo, that's stupid. I see Kroft. I see Trent Murphy. I see Tyler Kroft. That boy Sweeney moving versus the Jets. Free my man. Yo, Bobby Ray's right, man. I think Sweeney, there's a question that comes up later on. Spencer Long. Why is he on the TJ Yeldon? So to me, somebody said Frank Gore. Yo, you're ruthless, man. You're ruthless. Sonoris Perry. Why is Sonoris Perry on the roster? I mean, he's there for special teams purposes. But to me, that award, to me personally, when you look at what the team has done and what this individual gives to the team, and to me, I'm just reading some of your comments right now. So it's why the hell is Lee Smith on the roster? Why is Lee Smith on the roster? But he's a good blocker and he's a veteran guy on the team. I get that part. But why is he on the roster? Because he was on the Bills before, and why is he on the roster? But he wears number 85. Why is he on the roster? Because he's a coach. Why is he on the roster? Yes, valid questions. And you know what? The award for why the fuck is he on the roster is Lee Smith. Mr. I get a penalty every damn game. I can tell you right now, if we look at all the penalties that a ref can throw, I think Lee Smith got them all. False start, holding, unsportsmanlike conduct, freaking what else clipping, like you name it, he's got it. Penalty machine Lee Smith. Lee Penalty Machine Smith. Why the are you on the roster? That award goes to Lee Smith. Why the fuck is he on the roster? Award goes to Lee Smith. Come accept your award, sir. Come accept your award. Lee Smith, come on down. Oh, shit, he got a penalty. Dang, he can't make it down. Ow! Lee Smith! Why you on the Why you on? Why you on, bro? Here we go. Next one. Ooh, this one's a good one. Worst free agent pickup. The worst free agent pickup. Shit, somebody might get double duty. The worst free agent pickup award. Who does that go to? Let's talk about it, people. Who is the worst free agent pickup this year? Spencer Long? Lee Smith? Who we got? Ty Nseke? Who was our worst free agent pickup? Tyler Croft? TJ Yeldon? It's some tough ones. There's some tough ones, people. Kurt Coleman? I kind of like Kurt Coleman. People, don't just be naming people. And to me, this one, and I'm agreeing with everything that's being written right now. The worst free agent pickup this year for us, in terms of what we got from this player and the value and the money that we're paying him, Tyler Croft. Tyler Croft. Bro, what's up with that, man? We paid this man big money. I get it. He got hurt, right? And we fixed his I don't want to say we fixed. We altered his contract for him to stay healthy. So in order for him to be on the team, you got to be healthy. And if you're not healthy, we're gonna start deducting money from your thing. But bro, it's one of those situations where you're like, worst free agent pickup for value, and what we're getting from this player is easily Tyler Croft. The only thing is, Tyler Croft is coming back next year. You know he is. Now, they're going to give him the Trent Murphy treatment, which is, we knew you got hurt. We knew you weren't yourself 100%. So we are going to give you all offseason to get right. Get healthy and get right with your quarterback. We're going to give him that opportunity. We gave it to freaking that other bozo that got his Trent Murphy. So we're going to give it to Tyler Croft. Hopefully, someone call him Tyler Soft. Yo, bars. So Tyler Soft is going to be given every opportunity to get his act together. Rico, I want to see what our rugby boy will do next year. Ooh, Christian Wade. We can talk about that in just a moment, right? So Tyler Croft, to me, wins the worst free agent pickup award, but he will be given an opportunity next year, and I'm hoping that he takes full advantage of the offseason. We have a very good medical team. We rarely got hurt this year, so this can only make things better for Croft and our quarterback. So maybe Sweeney Croft is going to be the Sweeney Croft and Dawson Knox show. I'm okay with that, but he better come with it, man. We better come with it. I'm just saying, he better freaking come with it, straight up and down. So, and the next one was and I want someone to answer this one. I think I wrote it down on my next page. Right? The most underrated player award. Who is the most underrated player on the Buffalo Bills? Who y'all got? Underrated. Right? We talk about all these other players, but we don't talk about this player that does everything right. Underrated. Who is that? Is Jordan Poyer underrated, or is it just right? Micah Hyde underrated? Was Kevin Johnson underrated? Think about that. Underrated player of the year. Who does that go to? I see Levi Wallace as underrated. Ooh, I like Daniel Guaris. I think I might go with that one. Underrated like Madden? You stupid. Kevin Johnson can't tackle. Let me tell you something. Most underrated player on this team, John Feliciano. Straight up. John Feliciano, I did not expect him to do what he did this year. I'm telling you right now. Joe Gauthier. I see you, Gauthier. John Feliciano. Leader, mauler, and freaking versatile as ever. Think about it. Right guard, can play right tackle, and went to center. And he did well at center. So, my man, John Feliciano, underrated player on this team. underrated player on the team. And what we need to do as a team is to keep this O-line intact. And not only keep it intact, Deion Dawkins had a solid year, man. Started off shaky this year, but ended up strong. Right? There was a Twitter clip I saw today that was actually, it validated what I was like, yo, he had a pretty good year. And watching this clip on Twitter, I was like, yep, that's exactly what it was. Right? Yes, he had a couple holding calls here and there, but everyone has those. But it was never consistent. He definitely got his act together on the lacking the penalties that he used to take. Right? So keeping Spain, we got to try to keep Spain. Give him his man, give that man his money. Give the man what he's worth. Don't let him walk. We don't want to start this whole thing all over again. Right? Unless you have plans to let Spain walk, move Feliciano over to left guard, and then having Cody Ford go to right guard, and then we draft a right tackle. I don't know. But one thing's for sure, Spain, if we can keep him, retain him, he wants to come back, and give him fair money, shit, we got ourselves a good little line, man. We got ourselves a good little line. Maybe add one more swing, and we straight. Adrian Waddell, is he coming back? Is he not? It's one of those interesting things that we want to talk to. Somebody said Dr. Rico. Ain't no Dr. Bro. So Buffalo Bobby, love this channel, coming at you from Orange County, California. Originally from Buffalo, diehard Bills fan. Buffalo Bobby, salute to you, my G. Salute to you. So underrated player award goes to John Feliciano. Underrated player. That boy's a G. And the fact of the matter is, he's so versatile, man. He can go across the line, and that is the type of McDermott player that I can see us gravitating towards and keeping. So John Feliciano, shout out to you, my G. Underrated player award goes to you. Best dressed. This one's a tricky one because we don't really see these players dress up other than game day. But I have one player that stands to me in mind right now as the best dressed. I'm gonna just say it to you guys. You guys won't know who it is. It is Brian Dable. Yes, Brian Dable, best dressed. If you guys know what I'm talking about, we had a home game. I can't remember who it was against. I can't recall. Maybe the Dolphins. Can't recall. And Brian Dable came out with the Buffalo versus everybody sweater from Buffalo Fanatics. Best dressed. That man looked sharp. He looked clean. Bro, I would invite him. If I was getting married, I'd invite him to my wedding. I'd say, wear that. Every one of you guys, you and your crew, you wear that sweater. That boy looked nice. He looked nice with it. Brian Dable, if you can consistently call plays sharp as you looked that day coming through that tunnel, like the Italians say, bellissimo. Bellissimo. We'd love it. We would mother effing love it. That boy looked clean. And then what was a beautiful thing is everybody started wearing the Buffalo versus everybody, right? I.e. Buffalo Fanatics. Just so you know, there's some imposters out there. Y'all know how it is. But shout out to my guy Bobby. My man Bobby came up with that design, man. Salute to you. That shit was a banger. And we got some more coming. By the way, we have unretired the Buffalo Fanatics because we got too many damn frauds out there trying to sell that shit. So we back on the market. Bump all that. That's one thing. Sorry, I got out of pocket right there. You know, I had to represent. I'm frying burgers in mine right now. Joe Nelson. That's my guy. That's my guy, Joe Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, Pro Bowl snub. Who was the biggest Pro Bowl snub on the Bills? Who was it? Ed Oliver? I have one person right now that's a Pro Bowl snub. Definitely a Pro Bowl snub. If we're talking statistics on what this player did this year alone, there is a Pro Bowl snub. And I'm not gonna wait for you guys to come in and say it. Jordan Phillips, Pro Bowl snub. Dude, 9.5 sacks with less snaps than all the top defensive guys in the league. We're not talking about paying the player. Forget about the paying part. It's what he did on the field this year. Ronald Enix, I see you, Ron. Jordan Phillips is Pro Bowl snub. He gets the award. Jordan Phillips, come get your award. Come get your award, big fella. Jordan Phillips, Pro Bowl snub of the year. And you know how we do, man. Bills players always get snubbed every year. Always a guy that, like Trey White, should have won his rookie year. For sure. Nope, they hated on him. Marshawn Lattimore went to the Pro Bowl, but Trey White didn't. Are you kidding me? joke. Pro Bowl snub. So Jordan Phillips, take that award and listen, it's not too late. They might even call you up there. It's not too late, but you might make it. Golly, man. Next year, we're making a BF trophy. Oh, shit. You know what? Yo, we're going to make a BF trophy. We're going to hold that bitch up. Oh, Bobby, I got you. We're going to make one up. We're going to make one. Ryan Berger, what's going on, man? NyQuil Induced Nightmare says maybe that's what he was going for. Maybe. Shout out to Edmonds representing for the Buffalo Bills. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here's an award. The Stevie Johnson Award. I came up with that one. The Stevie Johnson Award. If you guys want to know what the Stevie Johnson Award is, the Stevie Johnson Award is the player that represents for their team no matter where, no matter who, all the time representing the Buffalo Bills. Not only that, they represent the city. They represent the fans. They love everything about Buffalo. That is the Stevie Johnson Award. Because I'll tell you right now, what made me fall in love with the Bills even more was Stevie Johnson. Straight up. Stevie Johnson. All about my Bills. All about my Bills, man. And then I follow West Coast rappers, right? So I like my guy, The Game. And then you had the boy, Rich Rocka. And then I found out they were cousins. I was like, yo, game over. Game over. He goes on Shade 45, starts rapping. Yo, he always represented for the Bills. Always. Until this day, he still shows love. Still shows love, man. So the Stevie Johnson Award. Talk down receiver, Rico. We'll talk about that. The Stevie Johnson Award. Who did that go to? Who is the guy on the team that embodies the Bills? Everything Bills. Who is that player? Corey Buffalo. I like that. Harrison Phillips. That's a good one. Deion Dawkins. Lorenzo Alexander. That's a great one. But we can't use Lorenzo Alexander because now he's retired. So he's officially not on the team. Right? But if we're talking about the 2019 season, I guess we can put him in there. So who does the Stevie Johnson Award go to? And I'm looking at the comment sections. I got to see Trey White. I see Harrison Phillips. I see Micah Hyde. Right? Make you love the team. Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver's up there, man. Ed Oliver's up there. He's up there. But who is that? You know what? I'm going to say it, man. I'm going to say it. TJ Yeldon. Boy. Who said that shit? I'm going to say it right now. I'm peeping the super chat, bro. Here it is. Deion Dawkins. The Stevie Johnson Award. Let me tell you something, man. He embraces Buffalo. He embraces the people. And what solidified it more for me was when we interviewed Deion Dawkins. And when we started chatting it up. And he loves it. And he's from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And he's not too far from Buffalo. So it's not like he's foreign to, you know what I mean, like to the New York, that area, Eastern area. So my man embodies the Stevie Johnson, loves it, loves everything about Buffalo, and he will always represent it. So to me, the Stevie Johnson Award goes to the boy. You already know. Deion Dawkins, come pick up your award. Come pick up your award. It's the Stevie Johnson Award. You love Buffalo. You love the fans. You love everything about it. And you'll lay everything out on the field for the Bills. That's the Stevie Johnson Award. Goes to my guy, Deion Dawkins. D-Doc, you already know. That's what it is. Jamie Osgood says, I love Jordan Phillips' interview. Yo, that Jordan Phillips interview was dope. And guess what? More interviews coming your way. More interviews coming your way. That's real. Ladies and gentlemen, I got one more award. And we're going to get out of here. It's the OJ Simpson Award. The OJ Simpson Award. The player that killed it the most this year. I like the award. I think it's hilarious. But the message behind it, not so much. But I like what it represents. The player who killed it the most. Who killed it this year? Who was our OJ Simpson Award winner? Who is it? Talk to me. Bobby Ray, what you saying, man? The donation. Oh, did I miss a donation? Let me go back. Blue Comet. Completely unrelated. But this donation makes it over 1,000 that I've donated to Buffalo Fanatics. Thank you guys. All you do. Holy shit. Blue Comet? Are you joking? Bro, salute to my guy Blue Comet. Yo, you know what? That goes to tell you how long Blue Comet has been messing with us. That's real. He's been messing with us for a minute now, and that's salute to you. Man, that's crazy. I'm taking it back. Respect. Respect. Blue Comet. That's a general. Blue Comet is a general, and I appreciate that, man. And you know what? Everything that you all do, donations, kind words, the likes, the views, all that stuff. Even if you view for like a minute, you know what I mean? I don't got time. I'll check it out later, but I'll view for a little bit just to give this guy some love. Yo, everything is appreciated. That's facts and that's love, man. I appreciate you very much, Blue Comet. You're the man. You're the G. Shout out to you, my guy. Shout out to you. So last but not least, Bobby Woodruff says, Rico, you are awesome and you look like Michael Irvin. Yo, let me tell you something, man. My man, there's my manager. He's not my manager anymore. He moved on to another department, but he always called me Michael Irvin when I wore my glasses and I had a ball cap on or whatever. He's like, Michael Irvin, and he was a Dallas Cowboy fan. I was like, boy, you crazy, man. You crazy. But anyway, I think it's hilarious that you said Michael Irvin, man. That's real. That's hilarious. That's hilarious as shit. I don't like what Michael Irvin's doing though. He's growing all that lettuce on his head. He's got that little mini afro. But he says, if I could grow it, I'm gonna grow it. I'm gonna let it go. So shout out to my guy, man. But shout out to each and every one of you guys. But last award show of the night is the OJ Simpson Award. OJ Simpson Award. Who killed it the most this year? Offense or defense? Who is that guy? Who wins the OJ Simpson Award? I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna take the consensus and answer who you guys give me. Is it Trey Day? Is it Tre'Davious White? I'm looking at it. Oh, what did Kathy say? Kathy said something? I missed something like Kathy said? Oh, Kathy with the win. Kathy with the win. You know what? Shout out to my girl, Kathy Barnaby. You know what? The award for the OJ Simpson Award for You Killed It. The OJ Simpson Award for You Killed It this year goes to the Buffalo Fanatics Bills fans. Straight up to you guys. You guys are a real one. Yo, that is the best answer that you could have come up with. That's straight from the heart. That's legit. That is legit. Yo, Kathy, let me give you that McDermott. Let me give you that McDermott clap. Let me give you a little bit of spice on that. Yo, let me give that to you. I'm telling you right now, Buffalo Fanatics, the fans all year round, you guys have been the shit. The shit. Real talk. From when we started this thing to getting like 25 people watching, you know what I'm saying? To like 50 to 200 to as much as 700-800 people watching. It's all on you guys, man. And that is the real deal truth. So the award for the OJ Simpson Award for You Killed It is the fans. That's real. Home games, amazing, right? Think about it. We travel the best. Every other state that we go to, Buffalo is showing out. The white, blue, and red. All day, every day. Tennessee, where did we go? Did we go? Tennessee came to us, or did we go to Tennessee? I think we went to Tennessee. We went to Tennessee. We went to Miami. We went to all these places, and we showed out. That's how Buffalo fans do. We are the best fan base in all of football. No questions about it. Don't even try it. The whole putting people through tables, that's a small percentage of people. That's not what we're all about. It's fun and nice to watch, but we're not about that. We just flood, we drink, we eat, and we celebrate, and we win this year. It was great. We were the road warriors, man. I think we lost twice on the road. We were fantastic. So the fans win the OJ Simpson Award. Best fans in all of football. And more specifically, the Buffalo Fanatics are the best members. The Bing Squad are the best members. So you guys are the winners. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. We are close to 10,000 subscribers. Do you know how much people we need? We need 115 more new members. 115 more new members, and we unlock 10,000 subscribers. And guess what? We get to give you guys even more. I'm going to try to do a huge giveaway for 10,000 subs. 10,000 subs. I don't know what it is going to be, but it's going to be dope. 10,000. We're close. We're close. We're going to get there with hard work, with some grinding, with some draft talk, with a whole bunch of stuff that's going on this offseason. I promise you we will get there before the draft. That's my goal. Get there before the drafts. Let's get this thing popping because we got a lot of things coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. I appreciate you guys. The live shows don't stop. I'll tell you right now, they don't stop. I'm going to try to go every Sunday or at least every weekend. Every weekend, I'm going to try to give you guys a Friday show. If it's not a Friday, it's going to be a Sunday show. I'm going to try to get this Sunday and do a live call-in show. So it's going to be you guys dictating what happens this show. All right? So come on down. Sunday, it's a live call-in show. Y'all get to ask your questions. You guys make statements, do all that good stuff. We're going to have a good old time. Barry Cumberbatch, what's up? What's going on, my man? You're good peoples, man. You're good people. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Just so you guys know, I've recently jumped onto the PlayStation. I'm back on my PS4, and I'm on that COD. So if y'all are on there, you got a PS4, hit me up. It's Big Wood with 2 G's, and we doing it. They hate saying my name when I'm number one on that. Cacao. You know what I'm saying? Who's number one? Big Wood? Pause. But you know what? They got to say it. So that's what it is, man. So listen, I love y'all. Keep tuning in. It's a big offseason coming this year. Alan's going into his 3rd year. We're going to the draft. We don't know what we're doing. I'm not getting too much into draft talk right now because I still got to do a lot of my homework before I put it out there. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. It is the Buffalo Fanatics. It's your boy. Ooh, y'all know what it is. And I'm gone.